Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So check out your other placements because you could have messages in those readings as well. All right, my friends, let's get started here for Pisces. What is the energy around Pisces for the week ahead? Energy around Pisces for the week ahead. Bring love to the situation. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You and your loved ones are safe. Bring love to a situation. Work through your fears on the bottom of the deck. So working through your fears and choosing love. As the end of a tough cycle approaches, feel reassured that all is well. You and your loved ones are safe. This is interesting. You've got a new moon in Aquarius, full moon in Capricorn, new moon in Cancer, and a new moon in Scorpio. So you've got all of this new moon energy, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, and a full moon in Capricorn. So it's very interesting. I feel like you're really moving through your emotions here, and you're needing to work through your fears to bring love into a situation. You know, that idea of choosing love over fear will always triumph. Always. And sitting in your fear will only sort of make whatever this tough cycle is, it'll make the tough cycle more uncomfortable, more intensified by whatever it is that you fear. But trusting and surrendering that, you know, that all will be well when you bring love into a situation. I almost feel like that'll help this tough cycle come to a close in a more calm and peaceful way. Let's jump into the tarot cards here to see what's going on here for Pisces as they're closing out a tough cycle and being guided to bring love to the situation as they work through their fears. Interesting. Okay, Pisces. There's the moon in reverse. Yeah, there's a lot of fear here. There's got a lot of fear here, but a lot of abilities to deal with this situation with this magician. You've got all the tools to transform, to transmute, to shift this. And I feel like you're going to shift it with love, not with fear. You're going to shift the fear into love because you're the magician. You're going to shift the fear into love. And there's the Page of Wands bringing in as a messenger this new beginning of self-discovery where this tough cycle ends and you're able to begin a new path of understanding yourself as you sort of move from fear to love. Very interesting. The final cards here are the Ace of Cups and the Hermit. Okay. So you may need some time to to process this, okay? This is a new beginning, really taking shape here, and it is going to be an emotionally charged new beginning. We see here the Tower in reverse, okay? So I think that's why you're seeing the message that you and your loved ones are safe. There's nothing to fear here as this tower comes crashing down. However, it is going to be very transformative. You're going to I think your first initial feeling will be fear, and it will be your job to shift out of that fear and into love by sort of looking at things from a higher perspective, excuse me. You're being offered here this Holy Grail. You're being offered this chalice, this Ace of Cups that's overflowing with possibilities and with love. And it's up to you if you're going to take it. I think you're going to take it. I think you're going to find a way to work through, as I'm hiccuping here, excuse me, you're going to find a way to work through that fear that we see in that moon in reverse, because those fears are blocking you. And it's difficult for you to separate right now from this fear. It's difficult to process from it and to remember that you're safe and that you're actually on the path of reaching new levels of surrender. And it's interesting because this moon here in reverse is it's guiding you to go within and to find comfort in the unknown instead of being afraid. And I feel like so is this Tower card. It's sort of guiding you to be confident that all will be well as things are transforming. And this transformation is bringing out your fears. And we're seeing this idea that you and your loved ones are safe. So that says to me that part of your fear is that you're not safe, and that you're not grounded, and that things aren't going to be okay, and that there's a lot to fear here. And so it's interesting to get that message, to say it to yourself. I am safe. I am reaching new levels of sort of self-discovery with this Page of Rods. And this ability to sort of see what's happening around you, in the sense of it doesn't have to be scary because you can't see the whole picture, but it can be, like that's what this card is revealing to you, that there's confusion and fear around something that you sort of have an inability to process the whole picture, but you're being guided to do just that, is to sort of look at it from a different perspective, so that you can see that actually you are in control of how you react to this, that you don't have to be afraid. You can look at this as a journey of self-discovery that is mysterious, that you can't see the whole journey yet. You can only see that it's beginning, but that all will be well, and that everyone is safe. You're safe, your loved ones are safe. You don't have to fear that. But I feel like you do. I feel like right now you feel very much like as just as things are sort of at a stalemate, they're about to shift very suddenly. But that big shift is creating a fear of the unknown. It's almost like you want to avoid this shift. And you might actively be working on trying to avoid it because it's so freaky deaky. You're freaked out. It's scary. You might be actively working on trying to avoid this shift because of how scary it feels. Yes. But seeing the Magician here, I think, is a strong reminder that you are sort of the architect of this situation energetically, that whatever you hold within, you will see expressed around you. So that's why you're being guided to bring love into this situation and to work through your fears, not to deny your fears, not to escape your fears, to work through them, to face them in the scary moonlight where you can't see what's going on. And then to be open, because there's this beautiful Ace of Cups here that's being handed to you, and it signifies a really beautiful, transformative new beginning. It could be a new relationship. It could be a new friendship. It could be newfound emotions where your heart is awakened and open, and you're filled with love and trust. And you've got this amount of self-acceptance that's ready to expand and bring up this sort of emerging new you. This is a big transformation, Pisces, and I feel like it's a really strong new beginning for you. And it's up to you whether or not you approach it with fear or with love, but you're certainly being guided to approach it with love. Very interesting. Now let's clarify these cards and see what messages we'll receive. The Moon in reverse here. And Pisces, that Moon card represents you in tarot. There's the Ace of Swords. Yeah, this is like, it's bringing about a shift in your perception too. Like, this is the idea here with this Ace of Swords, that it's a new way of looking at things. And perhaps looking at things from love instead of fear is a new way of looking at things for you. You know what I mean? Like, that could be very much a new way for you to look at things that are not completely known to you, like sitting in the unknown with trust and love instead of fear and anxiety. Seeing the Star card on the bottom of the deck tells me that you really are going to be fine. You are safe. This is moving parts in your life around to, I feel, almost set you free and bring you to a new beginning. That's very interesting, all of these cards here, Pisces. Let's see. The Magician is being clarified. Yeah, like you're sitting, look at this. You're sitting in a place of a lot of fear, okay? And there's also the Strength card. So it's like these two aspects of yourself. One part of yourself is very scared, very worried, up all night, sort of worrying about the outcomes that await you in this moonlight where you can't see the whole picture. And yet there's a part of you that's like, we've got this. We're safe. We're courageous. We can be calm and courageous and trust that we will know how to move through this. Notice the infinity sign here and on the Magician card. As above, so below. Whatever you hold true in your mind will be sort of expressed out in the external world. So I really feel like, again, you're being challenged here to transmute that fear into courage. And we see the Hermit here coming out with these cards in reverse, which says to me, you might feel this tendency to hide away. You want to avoid or escape this instead of facing it head on, facing your fears, working through your fears. That we saw here is essentially the expression of these two cards. Working through your fears with courage and confidence that you can do it. Instead of hiding and escaping, you're escaping this shift, escaping what's going on around you. That is not going to serve you, but being courageous and facing your fears is going to transmute this whole thing. And the worst is behind you. The other card that fell out with this was the 10. So you got the 9 and the 10 of swords. Remember that once you face your fears, the worst of it's behind you. That's it. Facing your fears is going to be the worst of this. And then everything seems like it's moving into a direction of a new beginning, putting you at a crossroads where you have to decide, are you going to stay hiding and escaping, or are you going to get up from that 10 of swords, face your fears, and move forward towards self-discovery in an unknown, unfamiliar environment and circumstance, it feels like. Very interesting. Let's see that Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's the Prince. It's the Page. I was going to say the Prince. The Page of Wands. Again, there's the Page of Wands. There he is again, right next to himself here. So again, this new path is going to lead to so much self-discovery. It's an awakening. This is you seeing yourself in a way that you've never seen yourself before. And it's transformative. It's transformative. You're going to need some time to process this, but from a perspective that says, I choose happiness, love, and joy. Wow. You don't choose fear here. You choose happiness, love, and joy in amongst the ups and downs of life. This is you choosing joy, happiness, fulfillment, and you're so grateful for it at the end. You move from fear to love. As you work through this tough cycle is going to end in a way where you choose your happiness and you choose your love, but you have to sort of stay grounded in listening to your inner guide here. We see the 8 of Wands in reverse next to the Tower, which to me, these two cards, when the 8 of Wands is in reverse, it is the Tower, same energy. So you have to sort of surrender to this fast moving energy and stay rooted in yourself as you work through your fears. Don't let your fears work through you. You know what I mean? Like, you're working through your fears here. You're going to overcome your fears. And then you're going to see that it wasn't as bad as your mind made it out to be. That everything is okay. Even if it feels unstable and your energy is sort of lacking direction and you're sort of got this tendency right now to hesitate and be fearful, that is going to shift. But only if you shift it. You've got to actively choose love over fear here. What a reading. Very interesting reading for you this week, Pisces. Wow. Okay, let's get you a card here to close your reading. What is the final guidance here for Pisces to close this weekly reading for Pisces? What was the highest guidance for Pisces as they work through choosing love over fear? You got the Passion card. So perfect. It says here, the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies a hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us to find the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to calm of its core, where we can let it have long-lasting wisdom that fills us up. We can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. I'm having a hard time reading that. This is you choosing love over fear. This is you finding that hidden gem in the fear and then sort of hanging on to it by being courageous and calm, feeling balanced as you move through this tower moment where things are changing, and it's almost like life has become stale and it has to shift. So there's no escaping that shift. Don't be afraid. You are safe. I know that safety is key here for you, feeling safe and secure. You will be safe and secure. You are safe and secure. The worst of this cycle is coming to a close, and then you will be set off on a new journey by bringing love into this situation. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it's been helpful. If it's resonated for you, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. If you would like a personal reading, you can find that information in the description below. As always, I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Take care.